So, Inari, is there a reason you called us here?
Yes, actually. See, Mother had said. Mother had promised that they would come back every week. However, I'm highly doubting that they will. But as Cirrus, I hope, soon to become champion, that since you were tasked with, well, protecting me, along with mm, Dietrich over here,
I feel very.
well, you should. I'm surprised you were willing to change your form for me. Anywho, I figured it would be a smart idea for both of you to be here today. Just in
Yeah.
case any.
Inari.
Ah,
What? What?
Inari thinks she probably has found a loophole.
What?
You asked for her heads. She got you her heads.
You never said it had to be somebody other than me.
Something.
You,
Honestly, I like that. I like that idea. It's something I'd do.
you know, okay, you've impressed me. You know what the deal was. So what favor do you want for myself, Inari? I'll give you. You've given me what I asked for.
Honestly, I hadn't really thought about that. I just assumed that that would be over. Though I guess I could go for a, well, I hadn't really thought about it, so I assumed it would just be all over afterwards. Though I assume I could go and, if possible, a dragon egg for decoration.
A dragon egg
For
decoration.
decoration.
For decoration.
Well, I mean,
Why?
it's
Why?
not like
Why do all?
it's not like we can hatch it, so it makes sense.
Why? Why do you all seem so surprised?
I mean, it's a very interesting thing to have for decoration. I mean, like some historians or people who are interested in the end would probably walk in there, see it, have a heart attack.
Exactly.
Well,
You want to kill people?
I mean, if they tread upon this hallowed
I
ground,
mean,
then yes, they
it
deserve
does
to be put to rest.
it does seem like something WolfQueen would have the power of doing, and there it is.
it's easy enough thing to create. It doesn't have any life in it. As long as you can swear you don't put any life in it, this can be your favor.
It's not like I can put life into it anyway.
Yeah, by the looks of it, yeah.
Enjoy. I'm here, as I said, on time. Didn't really expect prying eyes to be with us.
I mean, who am I to disobey the order of a god? Inari asked for me to show, I showed.
After all, Sarah did say that they were to protect me at all costs.
Yeah, and she almost had my head for what happened for how Inari got a bunch of her heads.
And Dietrich had already sworn an oath when trying to become the champion, so he is almost required to be here.
It looks like you're to thank for the large majority of these.
Surprisingly, most of them weren't me.
Dietrich, I'll let you know that I copied the stack of heads over and over. So, actually, technically, yes, it is you.
Damn, Dietrich, I didn't know you had that in you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I think I went over 500
12
though.
of these stacks are killed by Dietrich.
Damn, Dietrich, I didn't know you had that in you.
It was too party.
Well,
At least he's a faithful follower. He did obey his command, so I must give him props on that.
Are they really followers if you just brought him here without his will? Or you just
I
brought him
mean,
here and then informed him after he was here that he's here to protect you?
I mean, I had already told them that all people that live in this town, and that those that are willing to become champion, are to protect me.
We both know neither
and
of them could do anything to actually protect you.
Well, maybe not against you, but against other threats, sure enough.
Then they're not needed here against me.
Still, it doesn't matter. I guess you could say it's just another way of me showing you that I don't care what you say.
even then, I personally show up at every chance I can get to cause you mental discomfort. This is just another chance, so I showed up. And also, I mean, I'm working on something here, but yeah.
After all, they are the architect that was building the bunker to keep me safe.
Did you fear I was coming here to harm you today, Inari?
Well, even if you did, it's not like you can erase me. So why would I fear death, when death can't come for me?
You could be sent back to the void, close enough to death.
But again, you have already learned that that's not possible for you anymore.
But it's still fun to do.
You really think that's gonna work? Still, after all this?
No, it's just somewhat amusing.
Annoying, more likely. Inconvenient, even more.
Much like you've been being the past week.
Oh, give me a break. You've been doing this a lot longer than I have.
Not necessarily annoying and being an inconvenience, I wouldn't think.
For as long as I've been on this planet, this world, uh, well, you've never exactly been a convenience, might I say. After all, you did kind of leave me here to create.
An unfortunate mistake on my part, and something I have repeatedly been telling you I am trying to make up for. I am here on time after all, am I not? Just as I promised.
Which I will admit I am very surprised about. You keeping a promise that I will. I'm not sure what I can say about that, actually. It's just surprising. But,
I'm here just for a conversation. Inari,
then,
there's stuff that should be discussed, but I don't think
then
it should be
please,
just
let's
discussed in front
discuss.
of these two.
They're here. It's not like they can really say much of anything. After all, if you want to yell at me, you can. I have no reason to hide or run.
And I mean, like, I already have a talk with Sierra planned, so like, I mean, you would put me 6 feet under permanently if I mentioned anything about what I know to her.
And Dietrich, even though he's sometimes questionable, he does have a
I
good heart.
believe you called him stupid several times. Or is it an idiot?
Idiot, stupid. His
He's
idiocy
our
sometimes
idiot.
gets the better.
He's our idiot.
Yes. Yeah. Bonnie does have a point with that.
What do I need to do to get you out of this phase?
It's not a phase, Mother. It's reality.
Then what do I need to do to get your forgiveness?
Forgiveness comes with time. I'm still extremely angry with you, and that will last for a while. But in time, things will settle down, and I will accept what has come. But I will do so on my own terms. And I do wish you would respect that.
You should be able to be angry without having to side with those mortals.
As true as that is, who said siding with those mortals will not give me some answers to what I'm looking for? After all, I did say I was do whatever it takes to find out how to replace their memories, give them back, move on with this, and bring peace. They might have something that I need. Would it not be correct to follow behind them, as one of them?
And in what case did that involve you telling them about the end?
By telling them, will that not have them trust me more? After all, I'm pretty sure Bunny can attest to that.
There was many other truths you could have told them that wasn't as destructive, let's say, as that one.
But the bigger the truth, the more trust I would earn. Correct?
Considering what you did with the books, I'm sure you could have earned their trust anyway.
Yes, but those books were not for the entire church.
You did give them to the head of the church without knowing what he would do with them.
Oh, I know exactly what he did with them. And don't worry, they're safe and sound. Well, you'll never get them.
He is one of my gods now.
We
I
can
Oh,
make a
yes.
whole lot.
He doesn't have to go through the same experience I just gave to Rayleigh. He doesn't necessarily have to have his memories.
We could make a whole library of books that WolfQueen doesn't know about.
After all, if he's a threat to them, I think we can both agree it's best not to have one.
I can always take the books back whenever I'd like.
Would you?
If it came down to it, yes. But that just means I have other places I can hide them. After all, everybody now knows what you can't be around, I guess?
Do you have like an allergy to endstone or something?
End materials are designed differently from what you get here.
So from what I understand, you don't understand them.
True,
Sounds about right.
there's not many that currently have access to them.
After all, if you don't understand things, or something in general, then you'd be scared of it.
Huh, that's a trait WolfQueen shares with most mortals.
Indeed.
Wouldn't say
Never really thought about it that way, though.
I would not say I'm scared of blocks. I'm irritated by their makeup.
So, Other than me being a little rowdy, according to you, is there any other reason you wanted pelt on me?
There's a couple of things I'd like to discuss, but
Well, then discuss.
as I explained last week, we're here to build our relationship, and you deserve some answers as well. This is supposed to be a two-way relationship,
Wasn't a two-way relationship when you decided to abandon me.
and it's going to be a two-way relationship from now.
We'll see about that in the future.
How about your relationship with Zether? How's that feeling?
Oh yeah, I remember that
Don't
guy.
even.
I haven't seen him for a while.
No, come on.
You have no right to speak his name. Not after what you did.
Your son died. Isn't a mother supposed to ask question about that? Supposed to comfort you over
You're
it?
not his mother.
I'm not asking as his mother, I'm asking you as his mother. I'm supposed to be here as a comfort.
Yes, but what right do you have to tell me about mothering when you weren't even here yourself?
Perhaps we can learn from each other from the experience. Maybe as a bonding experience, I could help teach you how to create an actual being.
I already said you could create an actual being. You didn't have to bring people here. But if I remember correctly, you said they wouldn't be entertaining enough. Why bother now?
To give you something you want.
I have what I want.
Zephyr back inside you.
Since you took his power, he was only a shell, just another wisp. Might as well say a part of me. Now that he's back where he belongs, there is no more Zethar. Therefore there is no death on my hands. You had already done that for me.
I'll remind you, I did not take him out deliberately. I did not know he was in there. When I took out the powers for Vela, he came along. If you weren't as corrupted as you currently are, I believe he probably wouldn't have tried to escape with the nature.
Again, you with the corruption. I made some minor flaws and mistakes when trying to do something that I had no power over. It was an incident. I've gotten over it. However, it is still upsetting, extremely, that he's gone now. After all, even as somebody who wasn't there for him, I still care for him, unlike somebody else that I know.
I may have been absent at the start, and I admit that's wrong. I keep telling you, I am trying to fix this. I do care for you, Inari, to the point with how disobedient you've been the last week. I think we both know if I didn't care, you wouldn't be here right now. I'm giving you a
I'm not
chance.
sure about that. I mean, if you say so. I thought you had no power over this, what you consider corruption.
I don't need power over the corruption to destroy you, Inari. It's What I create, I can just return back to what they were.
If you say so.
It's the same as when the world itself gets corrupted. The last world, you saw how bad it was. I just returned it back to what it was before. The exact same with
Well,
you.
yes, but I'm the one that had to recreate it.
With some help.
Fair enough on that one. However, nonetheless, it doesn't change anything. I still will not respect you or your wishes, at least for now. Because one way or another, I will prove you wrong. I said it once, and I'll say it again. I'll find a way. I'll find a way to prove everything you believe is wrong.
I'll be happy to see that day. If you are able to prove me wrong.
I will. It just might be more difficult than initially expected.
If that's what it takes for your forgiveness, I'm willing to try and help.
Then you must trust me in what I'm doing. It may not be exactly what you like, or to your ideals, but it is something that I know what I'm doing. After all, I have been around for a very long time.
I'm willing to trust you. But what if the mortals turn on us? What if
Us
I'm
or just
proven
you?
right? Let's say just me. I'm going to help you. I'm giving you free rein to try and fix this without hurting them. What if they still turn against me?
Then I would say you'd be able to stop them yourself. And as true as that is,
That would
there
break
shouldn't
your
be any issue.
trust. I believe I would
Well,
lose that forgiveness if I did so.
not necessarily. You would be proven right, would you not?
Which for some reason doesn't please me as much as it once would.
So you don't want to be right?
It's not that I want to be right, it's that I know I'm right. If you're able to find a way to do it without... Inari, do we need this audience?
I suppose not. If you two must leave, go ahead and leave. I'm sure I can deal with Mother or myself.
Just give me a yell if you need anything.
Alright.
I don't
Dietrich,
trust you enough to leave you
Pardon?
alone here.
I mean, there you go. That's as good as it's gonna get.
Inari, can you trust me? I would like to take you somewhere.
Dietrich, I will summon you if I need you. As for right now, I guess I will try to trust Mother. Is this understood?
Yes.
Thank you. Where are we going?
I think it might be best to just show you.
Oh, what is this, Mother?
This would be what I'm calling home. For now.
A bit gruesome, if I do say so myself.
Fitting, wouldn't you say?
I suppose, though not for if you're trying to gain somebody's trust.
I would say showing somebody your home is showing quite a bit of trust.
Well, I didn't mean the home, I meant how it looks. I'm not judging
It's
anything.
the wolf itself is a representation of me from a very old friend who used to doodle a lot. It just reminds me of simpler times.
Reputation. So, what's it represent? What's its representation?
Well, the two of us we fought a lot of battles together. And
Not surprising from how brutal you can be.
I learned from somewhere.
I guess I learned that from you, then.
If ours is absent, well, not as absent as you say as I was, seeing as I was so absent, how could you have learned from me?
I still have a very similar mindset to you. I guess it just comes from maternity?
I'm curious how Zephyr would have turned out. I'm sorry, I will stop bringing him up.
It's fine. As I have mentioned before, strength comes from pain.
But I do not like the emotions I'm feeling from you.
Hm. You, emotions? That's funny.
Never been the strongest with them. But something
You
recently has
had
been
them at all?
changing. I did at one point. I mean, I had friends. I had once. I believe wishing above my station, wishing to become immortal is probably what broke them.
Pat, Pat. Mayhaps, mayhaps not. Either way, if the time comes and the mortals do rebel, then that's on them. I did what I could.
Whose side
I
would you
gave them a
take?
chance.
Would you still
Depends
take
on
their
what side
side?
She-Wolf would take. After all, you still gave me an order to protect them. So if She-Wolf goes against you, then you know what I'd have to do. And I am sorry for that.
We both know they can't kill me.
But they can still try.
Was it your plan to have them to trap me somehow? You told them of the end
It's not
blocks after all.
it's not like they could really do anything for that, to be honest. Like we had said a few weeks ago. Even if we tried to trap you in the end, what good would that work? You could just leave.
And yet I'm quite a few mortals now seem to have those blocks held with them.
Do they now? Who would those be? Because honestly, I haven't been paying attention to much of the mortals. Been trying to figure out a different way.
You were
But I'm
at
at
the
least keeping my
church.
promise. Well, yes, I mean, I know one person who did, clearly, but to be honest, again, they're not exactly the smartest.
You told them about me being unable to interact with those blocks, whilst at least a couple of those members held those blocks with them.
Well, how was I supposed to know they were going to have the blocks?
You and a couple of your friends spend quite a considerate amount of time out there. How many of them
Yes,
did you bring back with you?
none. I brought none of them back with me.
That at least is the truth.
I will admit, though, it was unexpected for him to actually have them on them.
And now
Unexpected for
that
sure.
they know he has access, he can arm the rest of the church with them.
Yes, but they only have a limited supply. Not like they can really do anything great with them.
What do you understand of my limitations with the end?
Only what the diaries had said.
I haven't fully decided what I'm doing with this area. If
Maybe next time you come by, we could figure that out. We could start there if you want.
you would wish to.
It's a start. After all, I have been working on something for you anyway.
You have been?
Hmm?
Like what?
No, it's nothing. And don't you dare spy on me, it's a surprise.
Then, okay. For the next week until our next talk, assuming you still wish for our talks, I'll leave you alone. I won't follow you, I'll find someone else to watch.
Alright. I should probably get back.
Make sure
Don't need them worrying about me.
make sure they know I haven't killed you.
That's one way of putting it.
True. I look forward to our next meeting.
Honestly, maybe I do too.
Hopefully this week won't be as hectic as the past has been. I would like an entire talk which is just without the unpleasantness.
That would be nice.